America's under attack by America.
Okay.
That's what it is.
And that's
it's
all
not
y'all are
about
trying
winning
to
an
do.
argument. It's about proving
I'm talking
a point
about
and statistics
lives.
showing
We're talking
you.
about lives here. We're talking
What do you
about
think
people.
we're talking about? Statistics
We're
showing
talking
you
about
who's
people.
doing most of the
Christian nationalism. There was a clip that went very viral with this pastor, and he had a lot to say about black people.
It's sad, but it's almost laughable. You almost got to laugh at a racist when they say certain things about black people.
Low key, one battle after another is a black film. Welcome back to the Black Summit. I'm Brooks.
I'm Hendrix.
And we are back. It's been a little minute. Sorry for the wait. We've been very, very busy. But we are back, and I'm going to go ahead and hop into these topics.
Yeah, go ahead.
Today we're going to be talking about another shooting. This time at a church in Michigan. So we're going to be talking about that. And Trump just continues to send the National Guard wherever. And today it's Portland. Tomorrow we'll see what it is, you know.
Might be Hawaii.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. Puerto Rico now. So we're going to be talking about that. We're also going to be talking about Christian nationalism. And there was this pastor who came out and had some comments about the black community, and it kind of went viral.
Yeah.
And so we're going to debunk what this pastor had to say. A lot of disparaging things against the black community.
Specifically black men.
Yes, exactly.
Specifically black men, yeah.
So we're going to be talking about that. And we're also going to talk about this movie that came out, One Battle After Another. It's a Paul Thomas Anderson film. I'll be giving my review on that movie. Yeah. And we're going to go from there.
Definitely want to see that, yeah.
But first, we're going to talk about what happened in Michigan. There is another mass shooting that has happened, and we actually have a clip that we're going to play right now.
Authorities have identified the suspect in the devastating attack on a Michigan church as Trump-loving veteran 40-year-old Thomas Jacob Sanford. Sanford is accused of killing at least 4 people and injuring 8 others during a violent rampage on Sunday. According to investigators, he allegedly drove his vehicle through the front entrance of the church, opened fire with an assault rifle, and then used a flammable substance, believed to be gasoline, to set the building on fire. 7 victims remain hospitalized in stable condition, while at least 1 individual is reported to be in critical condition.
We do believe that we will find additional victims once we have that scene secure.
Sanford, who served in the U.S. military from June 2004 to June 2008, had frequently expressed support for President Donald Trump and shared conservative political views on social media. In one image, Sanford poses alongside his wife and son, wearing a pro-Trump shirt with the message, "Make liberals cry again."
So that makes our total victim count up to 4 victims. As I said before,
all right. Well, there you go. Yet another mass shooting here in America. America seems like it's under attack right now with all these shootings and all these things that are happening. And nobody really truly knows where the source is, right? And what's going to be next, because it seems like all kinds of things are happening. What do you think about it?
You said America's under attack.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's the way it seems.
America's under attack by America.
Okay.
That's what it is.
It's still under attack, though,
you
right?
You need to call it what it is and stop sugarcoating it. It's America's attacked by domestic terrorism by America. And, they like to say that it's the left that does most of this type of attacks, which the left has done some heinous things, but majority of it is coming from the right. I knew these things will happen under this administration because they spew a lot of this rhetoric about, the radical left now. One time it never was, one time they never used to say radical left. It was always the radical right. Now it's the radical left. And, and they doing these things in honor of the right, death to the left, and they doing it's almost like they doing these things in the name of Trump, the hell Trump. Now I'm not saying that he condones these things, but he should know that the energy you put out is the energy gonna come back. So yeah, America's being attacked by America. It's domestic.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like there's more and more uh, YT men doing
Hmm.
these things, but also just as a person who's in the middle, I don't really look at whether it's the right or the left, because the truth of the matter is it's both of them. They both work for the same system, and a lot of people can't call it out the way it is. This
Hmm.
guy obviously had right leaning
Right,
things
right.
about him, right?
Yeah.
But I hear you going so hard at that guy, but
Hmm.
the guy who took down Charlie Kirk,
Hmm.
who had a lot of left leaning things, y'all kind of gave him a pass and said, well, maybe he's more right because of his parents. And so, like, for me, I look at it that way. I know people are going to go back and forth with this. It's not a right and a left thing. It's these people who
Well,
are mentally disturbed,
let's see.
who are grabbing
I
guns, and
disagree.
who are
I
listening
disagree.
to the rhetoric that both sides are putting out there, and they're making decisions, and these consequences that are taking people's lives away.
Nope,
And
nope,
and that's the truth of the matter. And so,
nope.
and there's violence on both sides, man. There is.
There
And I
is,
know
but
people, I know you want to get into the right and the left
nope, nope,
conversation.
nope, nope,
It's not
nope,
about that.
nope.
But it's okay. Go ahead.
It's exactly about that
And by the way, the
because
right does
of the
it too.
politics. It's
Okay.
exactly about that because the people at the top are spewing out these things. Granted, if you at the top, you the government. If you speak for peace and you stand for peace, there's still gonna be crime, but you will get majority peace in people. But
Mhm.
when you put sides against sides, this is what
Who's doing
happens.
that?
Both are doing it,
Okay,
but
that's what
you,
I'm saying.
but you
Okay.
saying it's not about a right, and it's not about mental. Yes, it is about a right or a left. Even in United States statistics, historical trends, it even says that most fatalities post 9/11 following September 2001 terrorist attacks, right-wing extremist violence has been responsible for approximately 75 to 80% of U.S. domestic terrorism fatalities, excluding the exceptional deadly 9/11 attacks. Of course, that's supposed to be outside terrorists, right?
Yeah.
Attacks. Right-wing extremists account for an even larger share of terror-related murders in the U.S. And the bad thing about it is the FBI knows this.
Mhm.
Now, back to your guy about the dude who took out Charlie Kirk. And I know
Mhm.
you want to say he was left, but this is where we
I'm not.
disagree.
Go ahead.
This is where you say he was more left, right?
Okay.
He was only, if you think about it, well, actually, no, I don't know. I know I'm gonna say he's even left because you have LGBTQ, whether some people want to believe it or not, on both sides, on the right and the left
Yeah.
side, right? The only problem he had with Charlie Kirk was saying when it came to that, because of the situation was he's dealing with a trans woman. He didn't take him out because of what he said about black people. He didn't take him out what he said about the people in Gaza. It was only because, well, allegedly, let's say allegedly, it's because of the LGBTQ thing, because of the situation he was in. That's when he just look at the hate. He wasn't offended by what he was saying, the misinformation Charlie Kirk was saying about black people and other minorities and things like that. This dude was definitely right, and he wore a lot of right wing paraphernalia.
Okay.
So you can't
So
say that he
I
was
just let you
far
talk. I
left.
just let you talk. The truth of the matter is that on inscribed on the bullets that he
Mm-hmm.
was using to kill him, okay, he put, "Hey fascist, catch this." Okay. He
Yep.
put a bunch of other things inscribed on there that were left leaning things. Okay. All right. What do you got to say about that?
He did.
What do
He
you got to say
did do
about
that.
that?
He
And
did do
then
that.
not only that, when he's talking to his friend, he's talking about how bad Charlie Kirk was and how he was fed up with his rhetoric and different things of that nature. Okay. So, I mean, when you look at that, but I'm not here to say, again, I don't care what people say. All right. It's not a right thing. It's not a left thing. Now, you had statistics there.
It
Those
is.
statistics, you
It's a
can't
left
deny
thing.
them,
It's a
right?
right thing.
But, the truth of the matter is that both sides have come with this rhetoric. When you call the president of the United States, listen, and I kind of agree with some of the stuff that people say on the left. But when you call it out and you're saying he's Hitler, when you call it out and you say he's a fascist, when you call it out and you say all these other things, those are things that mobilize people. Those words mobilize people, and it galvanizes them and makes them go out and try to shoot people and try to do all kinds of crazy things, because really what it's leading to is a civil war. And, with so much unrest and so much stuff going on in this country, that's why I say it's kind of burning to the ground, because all this rhetoric, you have all these people going against each other. You have people cutting off their parents, people cutting off their friends that they've had for years because of how they voted, and them thinking that them putting a D or an R on their ballot changes anything is kind of laughable when you really know the politics and the real life of it, because both of these people work together.
They do, but
it's a bad cop, good cop situation.
We are in extremist
so that's what happens.
times right now. These are extremist times. This administration has perpetuated things to this. And think about it. No other administration, whether it be Reagan, both Bush, or we never had this. It wasn't never like this. This extremist. There was always crime, but not to this point where you see people deliberately going at this side or going at the other side. Is we are in extremist
we've had this
times.
Before. We've had this before.
It was never like it wasn't like
it's called the 60s. Come on now.
It was not like this.
And it's called the 1862.
It wasn't this.
Yes, it was.
It wasn't about. It was more, and back in the 60s, it was more about, it was civil rights, right? It was more about them going after this particular demographic of people, which is white people going against black people. Now you have it a political side. So the guy who just shot up in Michigan, that's a white church. That's a white church. So we are in these extreme times, and now, like they say, with far as authoritarianism, far as calling Trump and things like that, you calling out what you see. Fascism. You calling out what you see. What's the purpose of you having the Supreme Court in your back pocket? You got the House and the Senate, so you can do what you want to do. What's the purpose of you trying to censor and shut down your First Amendment right with Jimmy Kimmel? That's authoritarianism. That's what they are calling out.
Hey,
we are
I
in
agree
extremist
with that. Jimmy
times.
Kimmel should have never been taken down.
I'm telling you, he has a hit list, and he says, look. I mean, he said he wasn't part of it, but he's implementing Project 2025. You're getting rid of DEI. You're going after any museum with anything with black history. What's next?
I think we're talking about two different things, but
no, that's dealing with the authoritarianism.
Right. I mean, like, I'm talking about the rhetoric of both sides and how they're riling people up. They are manipulating people and making people think that they have to go out and commit violence. People don't have to go out and commit violence, but when you hear the way these people talk and you look at the way that they do things, it is inciting that.
It incites it.
And so that is what I'm saying. It's like, listen, I agree with all the stuff you just talked about. The things that this administration is doing towards freedom of speech. They just implemented something else where they can go after you if you say anything about America.
That's what's going to happen with TikTok.
And I'm like, wait a minute, is this North Korea?
That's what's going to happen with TikTok once Oracle take over.
You got me on that. I'm with you on that. I'm just saying that we cannot just say that it's the right. Okay? It's the left too. And we have to call that out.
All the violence is coming from the right.
Okay,
I never said that left.
Those kind of statements.
Right now, all your violence is coming from. I never said that the left don't do. I just read statistics from the United States.
It's all right.
85. Dan? I forgot the numbers now, but majority of it is coming from the right. The right is the one who's in power now. So, of course, everything is coming from them. Yeah. Everything's coming from them. That's the majority. Now, I never said that the left don't do anything, but majority of it is coming from the right because of what you just said. The rhetoric, the talking points they're putting out. And the sad thing is, before they knew who took out Charlie Kirk, he said it was radical left. Once they found out the same points you made, oh no, that dude was leaning more left. They didn't say anything. They didn't say anything after that happened. With this whole thing here, this mass shooting for this Trump supporter in Michigan, they ain't saying nothing about that.
By the way, they need to call that out too.
They're not calling it out.
I agree with that.
They're not saying anything.
But here's the thing
it?
about y'all. Y'all are both, the right and the left are going to keep this thing going. They're going to say, oh, it's the right, oh, it's the left. You know, if there was a right dude sitting here, he would be saying the same shit where he's like, oh, it's the left. No, it's not. It's the media and all these people who get up here and are trying to, really, what you're doing is you're inciting violence. And when you're in a country that has tons of guns out there that aren't regulated, and you have tons of alcohol and all kinds of stuff, you're going to see more violence happening.
Where does majority of the insight come from?
Oh my God.
Where does it come from?
Where does keeps going?
Where does majority of it come from?
Tell
me.
By the way, this is why the violence will continue.
Where does majority of the insight come from? Answer my question.
It does not matter.
Answer my question. See, he will not answer the question.
No, it doesn't matter.
I can admit some comes from the left, but he will not answer the question. That majority of it comes from the right. He totally debunks. You sound like the right. I read you the facts and statistics, but you still refuse to acknowledge that. That's how you sound.
The thing is that y'all are trying to make it a left and a right thing, and then nothing gets done. There's no legislation that goes into place because you're too busy fighting each other and talking about this person did this to me and this person did that to me and Hillary and oh my gosh, look at the next attack
that comes out. Let's we gonna bring this back. Should God forbid another attack happens, let's look and see what side is on.
See, don't look at that.
Let's look and see. No. Because we in America. You just said America's under attack. Yeah. And America's under attack by America. Okay. So it's going to happen. It's going to happen. There's no, even Charlie Kirk, it's going to happen. Okay. Let's look and see where it comes from, what side. And when that happens,
hey, let me ask a question. Cool. Let me ask a question. If it's a right person, what is that going to do for you?
All I'm saying
is that going to make you go, yes, it's a right, it's a right person. It's a person on the right. Yes,
what I'm saying is, if
that's
it's a right
the way
person,
you guys are going. Though, look at what y'all are doing. Y'all are playing a football game
and see the statistics.
Y'all are playing
of what they're saying. That what majority what's happening.
The right and the left. The right and the left are playing a football game right now. They think it's games. They think that people's lives in a church, they think that somebody's life in a church is a game, that they can win the game, okay? Because they want the person to be wrong so that they can win the game of I'm on the left and we're the good guys and we won the championship. Totally what's the championship that you're going to win? What are you going to win? No. What do you win from
about winning.
People killing other people? You're over here talking about winning. Next time, let's see who it is so that you can win an argument. That's all y'all are trying to do.
Argument. It's about proving a point and statistics.
We're talking about lives here. We're talking about people.
Statistics showing you who's doing most of the.
We're talking about
most of these assaults.
We're talking about people.
And yet you want to refute that.
We're talking about people, though.
Why you want to refute that?
I'm not trying to refute that.
What I'm trying to say, I don't get it. I just don't.
What I'm trying to say is, I'm not going to play y'all's little games.
I don't get it.
Y'all want to play the left and the right. They want to play these little games of it's this person's fault, it's that person's fault. It's not about that. It's about, listen, what's going on in America right now? We need to figure out a way to regulate these guns so that mentally disturbed people don't have a problem. We need to figure out a way to make sure that people, when they go and worship, they're safe.
Dude,
we need to find all these things. That's what matters. This other stuff doesn't matter.
It's not going to happen. It's not. They will not pass gun reform. They make too much money. Matter of fact, gun sales go up after mass shootings. That's another statistic that you probably ignore.
No, I don't ignore that. Go ahead.
It's not. They're not going to do
You
it.
got
That's
me on
why
gun
they're
reform.
not going to speak on this. They are not going to speak on this at all.
Hold them to the
They are
fire.
not
Hold
going to
them to
speak
the
on
fire
it.
about
But they're
gun
waiting.
reform.
Soon as somebody, if anything happened on the left, see, this is what I'm telling you about.
What's it
This is
gonna
what I'm
do
telling
for you
about.
though?
This is what I'm telling you about.
That's gonna make you win, huh?
No, it ain't about winning. It's about the people. It's about the people.
No, that.
It's about the people at the top who
But
don't
you're-
give a damn
you're
about
wait-
the American
You
people.
just said that you're waiting for the next time somebody gets killed.
No, I
so that
said
you can see who
the next
the
time,
person is.
The next time that happens, look and see what side it happens on. That's what I'm saying.
We got to move on. This
That's
is
what I'm
supposed to be a
saying.
little tiny.
That's what I'm saying. See, he laughing. People out here dying and he laughing.
No,
he making
no,
light
don't
of the
even try that.
situation.
Don't even try
He don't
that.
give a
You're
damn about the
making the
American
light.
people.
You're making the
He's
light of it.
laughing. He's laughing.
You guys are trying to play a game.
He call your death football.
the right and the
Look at this-
game.
look at
That's
this
it.
guy.
That's what y'all are
Look at this
doing,
guy.
though.
He
Y'all
call
are trying
it-
to play it.
He call it
Y'all
Sunday
trying to play a
night
game.
football.
Y'all are playing a
He
game.
called it the Dallas Cowboys.
Y'all are playing a game.
Getting washed in the Super Bowl. That's
Y'all
what
are
he
playing
calling
a
it.
game.
He calling it the Cowgirls. That's what he's calling it right now.
We're talking about real
Look at
life.
this guy here.
We're talking
He
about
comparing
real life.
your life, your tragedy, your trauma to football.
We talking about real life, not the
Football.
game. Not the game that we
Football.
all go out there and
Football.
We talking about real
football.
life.
We talking about practice. That's what we talking about.
We
Practice.
talking about real life.
Practice. We talking about practice, not the game, but practice. Practice. That's
That's what we talking about. What we talking about?
We talking about practice.
All right, let's move on. Here we
ahead.
go. Christian nationalism. This is this leads us
Yeah, you
right
got
into
something
this. So
Let's see if you agree with me on this one. Go ahead.
So Christian nationalism. There was a clip that went very viral with
Mm-hmm.
this pastor, and he had a lot to say about black people
And specifically black men.
specifically black people. Did he say specifically black men? I think it was
It's black people, but
black
he's
people.
specifically talking about black men.
You think so?
Yeah, when you listen to
Okay.
the rhetoric that he's saying,
All right, let me play this
Yeah,
clip.
yeah.
Let's see what he has to say.
Say that somebody was coming into our church and they're black, and would they be eligible for membership in our church? Yes, of course they would. They'd be eligible for membership in our church. But would they be permitted to participate in, embody, and practice what I would call black culture generally in our church? The answer is absolutely not. Why? Because the characteristics that mark black culture as a generalization, in the same way Paul's talking about Cretans on Crete, they are evil, murderous, violent, bestial people. They steal, they kill, they destroy. They are sinful to the core.
All right. So that's what he had to say about black people and their culture, as he put it. What did you think about what he had to say? Because this is something that's been brewing. This Christian Christian
It's a lot of-
nationalism,
that's the big movement now.
and
Christian
it's really
nationalism.
when you ask people to define it, it sounds like no black people are allowed, even though there's tons of black people who are Christians, right? And there's also religious people, and it sounds like they don't like religious people. Whether you're Hindu or Muslim
Of
or
course,
whatever.
yeah.
In this
'Cause
Christian nationalism movement, they kind of wipe all that out.
That's the nationalism. That's the nationalism part of it. To remove anything that's not white or Christian, and leadership of white Christian male, which is a falsehood. And reality is, which is. It's a falsehood, and pretty much everything he said is pretty much bullshit. Because it's deflecting. Everything he said about black people is everything that white people did, right? Pillage, destroy, throughout nations. You can go out history. You can see that. What group of black people has took over other countries? Have wiped them out and did all these things. So, of course, it's almost it's sad, but it's almost laughable. You almost got to laugh at a racist when they say certain things about black people, because in reality, I know sometimes it can be upsetting, but you almost got to laugh, because in reality, these things aren't true. And I think deep down, they know these things aren't even true that they're saying.
Know.
They deep down, they know they aren't true. So you almost got to laugh at them to some degree, because they're deflecting. And usually what they're, deflecting on you is usually something that they have done, or they know someone have done it, or they're people, or they've done it themselves. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a bunch of BS, really.
Yeah, one of the things that stuck out to me was his comment about black people basically like
Yeah,
kids and stuff like
yeah,
that.
definitely.
And I actually want to play this clip from Tim Tebow.
Yes, play
Who,
that.
you know, Tim Tebow, the great football player, great college
Who's
football
a
player.
Christian, by the way.
Who, yeah, and he wore his faith on his sleeve.
Yes, he did.
And, you know, believes in God and all that stuff. I want to play this clip. This was actually a couple of months ago when he had this to say.
Yeah, restart it.
Number one, offender type is biological fathers, but by far it is being done by middle-aged Caucasian men. Many, over half of them, college graduates. Many of them are educated, good jobs. This isn't just who we're thinking about. It's time that we call them out. Not only are we not doing our job as men, it's actually the opposite. Instead of being defenders and protectors of our families, we're hurting and abusing. We're going through a case to try to learn from this and do some more stuff.
That's Tim Tebow, a white man.
Exactly, a white man.
A white man
Admitting.
telling you statistics
Yep.
about what is going on. And this guy wants to come over here, this Christian pastor
Yep.
in Utah, wherever hell he is.
He's probably
you
a
know.
Mormon or something.
I think he is. I think he's something like that.
something like that,
And
yeah.
he's coming over here and trying to say stuff about black people and about black men and fathers and talk about our culture.
And probably
when
don't
he
even
doesn't even
know-
know the statistics.
And probably doesn't even know black people.
Yeah,
in
he probably
Utah.
don't. He
probably
probably
never
don't.
even met a black
That's
person.
why
ever
he
in
has
his
that
life.
kind of you know, opinion about black
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
And you see Tim Tebow just dispersing
Yeah,
of that
yeah.
and telling you the real statistics
Yeah, yeah.
and going through it, you know?
Yeah.
And so, you know,
Yeah.
I think it's interesting. Go ahead.
But you know, and also to say this, like Brooks just said, statistically, and what Tim Tebow said that statistically it's majority white male that does these essay assaults against kids and women and things like that, right? But we're not saying that it hasn't happened in the black community.
Yeah, we're
right?
not saying that.
We're not saying that by no means. But statistically, it's a large amount of white male. And I even tell you an experience I had that we were talking about this earlier. When I was in the Army, I never forget, it was my birthday. My birthday is August 5th. I was supposed to go out and celebrate my female friend at the time. But they end up hitting me up with CQ that day out the blue. And I'm sure if some of you military people, y'all know what CQ is. And so I'm like, damn, I got hit with CQ. And this rarely ever happens that we had to do CQ. A few times, but not a whole lot like that, right? So I get down there and there's this time I'm not doing it at the company. I'm going to the barracks. They say, yo, we got to meet up at these barracks on, I can't remember, I was on Fort Bragg or whatever the barracks was. So they didn't tell me. So when I got there, then they briefed me and said, the other sergeant I was with, he said, yeah, we had to relieve some other sergeants. Said, yeah, he said, yo, we got to watch this guy because he had molested his daughter and she was 12 and she finally admitted. I think he'd been doing it since she was like maybe 4 years old. And he was an older white man. He was like he was an E7, I want to believe, either E7 or E8, but I think he was an E7. And the bus at E7 takes an act of Congress, the bus down to E7. So he had to been in the military at least 12 plus years. Hell, by that time I was an E4, so I might only been in maybe 3. So he already been in, but he had like 12 years on me. So we had to watch him so he would not self-eliminate himself, you know what I'm saying? Or run or AWOL, or more likely he probably would self-eliminate himself. So we had to constantly check on him every 20 minutes, making sure that his door couldn't be locked, couldn't be cracked or anything like that. If he had to go restroom, we had to make sure. It's almost like, just like same way as a person in jail, no shoelaces, no belts, had to take all that stuff, no sharp objects, anything like that. We had to constantly watch him, constantly check on him. And and he admitted that he did it. He's waiting to go up to the brig. And he was a white male. And months prior, we did a detail together with going to the schools, helping little kids with exercising. Something, the Army would try to give back to the community. So it was a public school and we was on a detail. It was him, myself, and some other soldiers. We were helping little kids, little elementary school, with their exercise and their physical fitness, and he was actually on that detail. And I was like, wow. I said, man, that's just so crazy to me that actually happened. But that's from my own personal experience, seeing it up close and personal. So I think the statistics don't lie.
Yeah.
And I think the FBI knows this. That's the sad thing about it.
Yeah.
With all the domestic terrorism, the FBI knows these things, but yet they don't do anything. But let that been the Black Panther Party or Black COINTELPRO, or we got to bust these N-words up.
Yeah,
we can't let them come together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I mean, I think that people need to look into these statistics and find out where they come from. Whenever it's something about Black people, you have to go and dig deep into the statistics.
Because it's definitely inflated when it's about Black people.
And, when you start to realize, I mean, there were some things that I learned when the Charlie Kirk stuff was happening. Charlie Kirk always brought up like how, Black people are responsible for 50% of
the
murders and all this other stuff. But it's really just them getting arrested.
Yes.
It's not a conviction.
It's not a conviction.
And so when you think about that, it's like, oh, wait a minute, it's really just police arresting Black people with suspicion.
With suspicion,
and so there was no convictions.
There was no conviction.
A lot of those statistics are kind of skewed.
They're very skewed.
And misrepresented and make people think a certain way. But it also helps with people who don't go and look into it. Now they have a perspective about Black people.
Exactly.
So go ahead.
No. And to reiterate what you said, you're 100% right, because I saw that when he was debating and saying this Black people are murdering at highest rate. And what you just said is not murder but arrest. And also he didn't put up the fact that we are the most exonerated for crimes we did not commit. Because, back in the 80s and the 70s, they didn't have proper testing for DNA, and they find out through DNA that a lot of these Black folks didn't commit these crimes. And, people lying on them, because they are Black and things like that. And then also I saw someone said, I don't remember who it was I saw on social media, they said one reason why he would go to these colleges too, to spew these because these people don't have the mental, or not the mental, but they don't know the facts to debate them.
Right.
So he's kind of talking to these kids or these students, teenagers or young adults, I should say, about these certain things, and they don't know the right thing. But they say he would never go to an actual town hall and debate people who actually debunk these rhetoric that he was actually putting out. So,
and I'm glad you say that, because not only was Charlie Kirk doing that, but also Ben Shapiro would always go and debate these college age 18, 19-year-olds because they knew they didn't know anything yet. And so they could go in and be like, oh, they used to have these little thumbnails on the YouTube things, and they'd be like, Ben Shapiro owns blah, 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 and Ben Shapiro takes down. It's like, because you're going up against other people who don't really know statistics. Let me see you, go up against a Michael Eric Dyson.
Yeah.
And let's see how you do in a debate like that.
Saying? Or, what's her name? Oh my God. I forgot her name. Michael Eric Dyson, of course.
Yeah.
Claude Anderson.
Yeah. I want to see somebody debate Dr. Umar. He's a good debater.
That'd be good too.
Come on, let's see you guys go up against some people who actually do this.
He got into a Roland Martin. But somebody like
Roland Martin. But I mean, they need to debate real people. They're not debating, listen, people who are in the space, these college students aren't in the space. And so they don't really know. A lot of them are hearing a lot of this stuff for the first time. And it's easy because they're so impressionable.
The influence, exactly. Brains are like a sponge.
Exactly. And so it's easy to make people think a certain way. And then, they go on the wrong thing.
I know this is slightly off, but you heard about the two young white men went on the Black, I think it was TSU campus. We didn't know it was HBU till we got there and set up the thing.
They lying.
Yeah, come on, debate us.
Yeah,
and they got mad, But which is sad is the Black folks, some ignored them, but they gave them what they wanted you to react. They was trying to get react. Sometimes Black people, we got to learn not to react to them because we know better. They know better too. Sometimes don't give them what they want. Then they put that out. Then they're going to misconstrue and see they're angry. These people are. they're uncivilized.
I saw
You
some
can't,
of that.
yeah, yeah.
I
So
was
you
like,
don't give them what they want. Angela
Yeah.
Rye, that's her name.
Oh, okay.
I love to see him debate Angela
Debate
Rye.
Angela Rye.
Yeah, well, he's no longer here now, but yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, Ben Shapiro's still around.
Yeah, he's still around.
He's still around
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to debate people.
Exactly.
So, in fact, I think he's taken over for Charlie Kirk, and some of these other people are.
I'm sure.
So,
'Cause they need a new face now, another movement.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's get into this judge.
Okay, Judge James B. Gunswell was a judge. He was a local judge. He was over the Dylan Ruth case for the Charleston Nine, and he was been known to use racial rhetoric, and now he was caught up in a pedal ring.
And thank you for being here.
So we about to play this clip for you guys.
Afternoon, and thank you for being here with us. I'm Raphael James. The suspended Charleston County magistrate judge facing charges in connection to sexually explicit images of children has waived his right to a preliminary hearing. 68-year-old James Gosnell Jr. faces charges of possession of child sex abuse material, according to the United States Department of Justice. He was scheduled to appear on Monday to determine whether a judge would grant him bond, but that hearing lasted only about 5 minutes, and Gosnell's attorney requested 2 more days to prepare for a preliminary hearing. Well, now court documents indicate that Gosnell has waived that hearing, meaning he'll stay in jail, at least for the time being.
All right.
Wow, and look at that. Don't that go back to that's what we just said about they claim it's us, and no, we
It's
just
not funny. Yeah. I don't know why I was laughing, but it was
Now
just.
you made me.
Yeah, my bad.
You like this? It's not funny.
No, yeah.
It's not funny. It's not.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not. That's these are people, loved ones. They're children.
Yeah.
And I always say that no one should bother kids. Kids are innocent until adults corrupt them. But it's unfortunate, and this is a judge, a sitting judge,
Yeah.
who preside over cases, who looks down his nose at other people and bang his gavel, but yet look at the skeletons in his closet.
Yeah.
He is. It's a shame. It is shameful. I'm glad they caught him. How did they caught him?
I don't even know how they caught him.
I'm
But
glad they
this
did.
just shows that, corruption knows no class.
No boundaries.
It knows no, power, I mean, like it's kind of crazy to see corruption at the highest level, and this is a guy that gets to decide what happens to people. And so, and to see him at this level and the power level that he has, to be able to do something like this, hurting children, and to be getting away with it for who knows how long.
He's up in age
And
too.
so,
God.
yeah, he's almost 70. So, I mean, it's kind of crazy to see this kind of happen, but it also just shows you what's been going on in the world
Yeah.
and how sick the world can be.
Yeah,
So,
he's very sick, man. They were saying when he presided over Dylan Roof, he claimed that there are victims on both sides.
yeah.
He sounded like that's a line Trump said after the, there were bad people on both sides when they ran into those crowds and run those people over. They're bad people on both sides. So I mean, you can tell who you stand with, but
Yeah.
that's unfortunate, man. Nobody would ever throw them into the whirlwind or events that they have been thrown into, he said. We must find in our heart at some point in time, and not only to help those that are victims, but to help his family as well. That's what he said about after the Dylan Roof.
Mm.
Yeah, and people was like, what? You know what I mean? But, yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. Right here in South Carolina.
Yep. So it's not us, it's y'all.
Yeah. So have you seen this movie, One Battle After Another?
No, I have not. But I want to, though.
Yeah, you have to go see it. It's actually a really great film, and I'm surprised that it hasn't gotten more, attention. It only made like $21 million at the box office.
Really?
But it's actually like one of the best movies. It's directed by Paul Thomas Anderson. It stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Tiana Taylor, Sean Penn.
It just came out, though, right?
Yeah, it just came out, so it's still in theaters.
still give it a
Still
little
chance
time.
to go see it.
Regina Hall's in it.
Yeah, Regina Hall's in it. She gives a great
Elena
performance.
Ham. Oh, Wood Harris.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people.
So is
in
this
this
like
movie.
Crash? You know the movie
No,
Crash?
it's not
It's
like
not similar to
Crash.
Okay.
No, I think the best way to go into this movie is to go in blind, and it's really just
Benicio del Toro. He's a
yeah,
good
Benicio
actor.
del
Sean
Toro. You
Penn.
you should
Nice.
definitely go into this movie not knowing that much about it. I know
Okay.
that's kind of foreign to a lot of people. A lot of people were talking about how the trailer feels like it's not about
Did
anything.
you see the trailer?
But I haven't watched the trailer. No.
Oh, because I
See,
just want to know, did the trailer give away too much?
It doesn't.
Okay,
And
okay.
I think that, more people should stop watching trailers because trailers do spoil a lot of things.
Got you.
And I hear a lot of people saying that, they didn't go see it because the trailer didn't really say anything about what the movie was
Okay.
about. And
This thing is
to me, that's a perfect trailer.
it's almost
A
3 hours
trailer,
long.
yeah, but it doesn't feel like it.
Really?
I mean, like to
It's
me,
a comedy adventure.
you have to just go and watch it.
So that's why you kind of feel it's in that vein of a Tarantino, almost. That's what you're saying? Or
I
no?
mean, I just think that some people compare, PTA to, Quentin Tarantino,
okay.
and
Oh,
I
his
think
style?
that, yeah, like his style and just the fact that they came up around the same time,
Gotcha.
during the independent time in the 90s.
Okay.
But, this movie, One Battle After Another, is a great film, and, you just have to go and watch it. I mean, the cinematography, the acting, the story, there's so much there. And you get to see all these different characters and all these different actors in a light that you've never really seen them before. I didn't really know that Tiana Taylor could act like that. She
Yeah,
gives
I've
a
seen her.
great
I've
performance.
seen her act before, yeah.
It's like I've
She
only
can
really
act.
seen her in that Fade video with
Oh, really?
with Kanye
That's
West.
all you seen?
Well, like I haven't
No,
really
I've
like
seen her.
she's
seen
been
her
in
act.
other movies.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, I haven't really seen her in other films.
But she never
then-
got like a big role. So I
Yeah.
guess maybe this is like, cause
Oh,
she'd
yeah.
act in Straw for a Tyler Perry film with Taraji P. Henson, and she
Oh,
did
okay.
pretty. She did. She
Yeah,
did
I
well
never
in
really
there,
watched
too.
that movie. I don't. Yeah,
You,
but
you don't like Tyler, I know.
no, I didn't say that. But I respect him.
Mm.
But I think it's a solid film, and I think people should go and watch it. Especially I think a lot of people are hesitant to go watch this film because there wasn't that much buzz, but the characters, the black characters, get a lot of play in this movie, and so
Yeah.
and which is surprising because I've never really seen that many black people inside of a PTA movie. I can't really think of one offhand.
What's another movie he did?
And
that I
he's
might have
done
seen?
There Will Be Blood. He's done Boogie Nights. He's
Oh,
done
I saw Boogie Nights.
yeah. He's
We had
done
Don Cheadle in there.
he's done so many
And
movies.
Nicole Ari. She had a very, very small part.
Okay.
But yeah, I seen Boogie Nights. With
Yeah.
Burt Reynolds. And,
Yeah,
who
yeah.
else?
He's
Who-
done all kinds of movies. You should look him up. I mean, like let's look at some of his films. Like
Let's see.
he's done some of the greatest films
Movies, let's see. He
like
did,
of all time. So
One Battle. There Will Be Blood, like you said.
yeah,
Boogie
Phantom
Nights.
Thread, Punch Drunk
Master,
Love, which has Adam Sandler
Magnolia.
in it. I don't know if you've seen that. Punch Drunk Love.
I think I've seen that.
Inherent Vice, Hard Eight. Yeah, he's done a lot of
the
films.
Dirk Diggler story. Oh my goodness.
Well,
He did
that's
Wall Street.
Yeah.
I saw. I think I saw. Boiler Room. I saw Boiler Room.
Oh, okay. But yeah, he's done a Magnolia. I don't know
Magnolia,
if you
yes.
watched that one with Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is kind of like a relationship guru or something like that. It's been a while since I've seen that film, but great movie.
Yeah.
Definitely, people should go and watch it.
Okay.
It's a great film, and I think, black people, y'all should go watch it.
So you feel, in your opinion, this is the best movie of this year?
I think it is. I think a lot of people are going to disagree with me because,
Mm-hmm.
Sinners is definitely a stamp. You can't deny Sinners,
Yeah.
and I think that it's a cultural thing. Sinners is, and so it's gonna be hard to beat for a lot of people. But this movie is definitely like probably one of the best movies
this is
of
first-
this decade. Like
Damn,
the
he ain't did a movie in a
2020s.
while.
Yeah,
Well, no, he did one in
Licorice Pizza.
Licorice Pizza. I heard of that. I didn't see it.
Yeah,
But yeah, they were
I don't know
saying
if you would like that
Sinners created a whole new genre. They didn't know what genre to put that in, really.
yeah. The problem with Sinners is that we've seen that movie before.
With just the vampires.
And, yeah, like
But
the,
I get that. I
well,
get that.
the
But
whole concept.
the s-
But
really,
go ahead. Yeah.
the concept, really,
Yeah.
the vampirism. You've seen that, but the theatrics behind it, you haven't seen that before. With the whole
The
the
cultural
dance.
aspects of it you haven't seen before.
Yes, the cultural and the
the
theatrics of it too. How they infuse with, because it's about dance and how
Mhm.
how they, even with the vampire, he infused his culture in
Mhm.
his dance, and then they brought a biblical aspect of it too as well. So that you kind of haven't seen, and it goes through the genre of music. I
Yeah,
like
the
that aspect of
culture
it too.
aspect.
Yeah, yeah.
Those are cultural.
Culture aspects, yeah,
Yeah.
but also from what was Irish folklore?
Mhm.
Was that
Yeah.
from that
Culture.
aspect too? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
So I thought that was
That's
pretty
the
cool
Irish
too.
culture
Yeah,
and the
that's pretty
black
good.
culture and
Yeah.
putting those
Then
together.
even the
Okay.
Asian, what having a lot of
Yeah.
people didn't know that Asians was in the South
Right.
among some. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, let's be honest though. It's
Mhm.
very similar to
to what?
Quentin Tarantino's movie with Rodriguez. What's it called?
Which one?
I'll look it up. From Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh, From Dusk Till Dawn.
It's very similar to that film.
You think?
Except that
Let
the
me
Sinners
think. You
has
think
a
Sinners
cultural
is-
aspect
You
to
think
it.
Sinners is like from a dun?
It is. It's okay.
Let
I
me
know
think.
you're going to disagree.
No. I'm thinking. You think an aspect of, okay, they were in Mexico with the vampires.
yeah.
That happens.
No, the thing is that it's this thing where these people are going to this place and there's a bunch of people singing and dancing and drinking and having a good time, and then something happens and you realize that something changes.
But it's still slightly.
That's what all I'm saying is that we've
different.
seen that movie before.
I kind of.
What I like about Sinners is
Get
that
what you're
it puts
saying.
its own spin on it, and it puts the culture into it, and it makes it a totally different movie.
But it goes.
But
there is culture, but
Yeah.
what Sinners does, two different cultures.
I'm
It's
not
two
saying
different-
it's the same
No.
movie.
I know. I know. I'm
just
just
saying.
I'm saying. I'm seeing
Okay.
your similarities.
Yeah.
But with Sinners, two different cultures of music, correct? But it goes through, in one particular culture, it goes through genres of that particular type of music. Whereas with Dusk Till Dawn, all it is this one performance. Which,
Yeah.
as Sinners did have a performance too, from
Right,
the
right.
blues, right? So I kind of see.
It's
and
a very similar movie.
I think someone is.
I don't even like bringing it up because I think that
someone said
Sinners
that, but-
took its own turn and did its own thing. And
I
we're
think
talking
so,
about a
too.
movie like From Dusk Till Dawn that happened 30 years ago.
But if
how many
you
times do movies from like
are
15 years
saying-
ago get remade?
Yeah.
You know
But
what I
if
mean?
you are saying
So-
music and vampire, I do
Yeah.
see your point. I do see your
it's
point.
there.
I
But,
see your point.
you know, I do think that Sinners is its own thing enough
Yeah,
to
it
be
is
considered
thing.
its own thing.
So let me ask you this: since you saw this, you think this will win movie of the year at the?
I definitely see
Oscars? You think this one will?
From what I see, you know, One Battle After Another is going to get multiple nominations. And I think that, you know, ultimately it's going to win probably Best Picture.
You think
Unless
it will?
unless another movie comes out. There hasn't been another movie this year that
You don't think-
I've felt this way about,
So
you know,
you don't feel that Sinners should have been nominated for Picture of the Year.
I think it definitely should. Remember, there's 10 nominations, so it's definitely going to get nominated and definitely should be nominated.
But if in that category, but you feel that this movie,
To me, this movie
should win Picture of the Year?
I think this movie's slightly better, but you know, I think again, there's something that all these movies can't take away from Sinners, and that's the cultural aspect of it and the stamp that it leaves on the community. And so, no matter what, there's no other movie that's going to live up to that. And so they can try.
It'd be curious to see
But-
what all the 10 nominees are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what's your movie of the year? Is it Sinners?
That's what I'm leaning towards, but I haven't seen like I've seen Superman, because you haven't seen that.
I've seen
it.
Superman.
Oh, you have?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I've seen that. I've seen what it is? Nobody 2. But see, these aren't going to get nominated.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I
not
mean?
gonna get
These
nominated.
aren't getting. I'm trying to
Superman
think, what
might
have
get
I
some
seen?
effects.
Yeah. I think it should.
Listen, go watch One Battle After Another.
I'm
Go
definitely
watch that
checking it
movie
out.
and check it out and see
I'm trying to think,
see what you
movie
think.
have I seen? I want to see There's another movie there's a movie, 40 Acres.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna check that out.
Low
And
key,
then,
One Battle After Another is a black film. I'm just saying
think
it. I
it
know
is?
people are going to come out and like say
I
something
don't know.
because
I
the
haven't-
director's white, but low key, that was like a black movie.
Yeah.
I mean, like he gives
White
the black
directors
characters.
make black movies like Red Tails and
yeah.
Crash. Well,
Yeah.
Crash wasn't like
I'm just saying that low key it is, you know.
Yeah.
And Sean Penn, his acting, I mean, it was straight out
Sean
of
Penn
like
is a good actor.
a Kubrick movie, you know. I mean, like he felt like a George C.
You think
Scott
this
type
is
of a
better
character.
than Widows? Remember
But-
Widows by Alex
yeah,
McQueen?
it's way better than Widows. But I think Widows is a good movie. I like Widows. But yeah, I mean, Sean Penn gave like a performance that was like really solid. Like he definitely like brought it, you know. Like
Yeah.
I was just
I
like
gotta see- I
surprised
gotta
by
see
it.
When did you go see it?
Recently, maybe a few days ago. I can't even remember. I can't remember yesterday. So actually, might have been yesterday.
What do you think about 28 years later? Did you see
That
that?
was all right. I'm not a huge fan of that
Of that
director. Yeah, what's his name?
Uh,
I can't even think of his name.
hold up, I'll tell
Not
you.
a big fan of him. But I know a lot of people like
And
him.
well, of course, that's not good. You seen Ballerina? That's John Wick.
No, I haven't seen that
Ballerina.
yet.
I saw
Is that good?
too. It's pretty good. That director is.
He's a British guy. I don't like him.
Oh yeah, Donnie Boyle.
Yeah, Danny Boyle.
Danny Boyle. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Danny Boyle.
but yeah, I'm
Danny
not.
Boy.
Yeah, not a big fan.
You
But
think they'll get a nomination for that?
who knows?
Yeah.
We'll
It's got to
see.
be some very theatrical. It could be. One
There's
thing
gotta-
about the Oscars.
There's gonna be
though,
more
I would say-
movies that come out.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
One,
go
one
ahead.
thing. One thing about the Oscars, man, that I don't like. All right, it's crazy because I'm in film, right?
Mm-hmm.
They pick their 10 movies, and the whole night it's about just those movies. All the categories is those same films. Whereas I think with the what's the music award, the big one, not the American Music Award,
The Grammys.
the Grammys. The Grammys will go across all genres of music. They trying to get this. Look, we effed up. We're going to get it better now. Now they're looking at country. Well, they always look at country, but they're actually looking at black artists in country. They're looking at rock and roll. They're looking at hip hop. Now, because some things they were doing is the hip hop category, they wouldn't televise in that, right?
Mhm.
But that's the biggest. Hip hop music is pop music now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but they're trying to get it right. But the Oscars, they're gonna take those same 10 movies and they're gonna run with that.
Gonna
Oh,
ride
you know
with
what I'm
that.
saying? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one thing I don't like.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I don't like. You're not looking at anything comedy. You gotta
Yeah.
be very theatrical. You're
Well,
not looking at anything action,
That's why we have the Golden Globes. You know, the Golden Globes kind of encompass everything. You know, musical and
But
you know, comedies.
but the Golden
and-
Globe was originally for TV.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm
but
saying? But they touch on
also
a little bit of
honor-
movie now.
Yeah, they
too,
honor
yeah.
movies now. So
Yeah,
it's
so-
one of those things. But
Yeah.
I think there could be a couple of movies that come
There
out
should
that
be.
are as good as these films. But
Yeah.
you know, we'll see.
Because the Golden Globe is, I'm sorry, the Oscars is their highest honor, right?
Yeah.
And the Golden Globes and of course Tonys is supposed to be for plays.
Yeah.
Same way you got the Grammys, the American Music Awards.
Mhm.
Grammys is the highest. Then you got the American Music. And then country has their own thing,
Yeah.
right?
And then
Uh,
TV has the what
TV
it,
is
the
Golden
Emmys.
No.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Emmys for TV.
TV. Yeah.
So
yeah. TV.
yeah.
Yeah. That's Emmy. You're right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you know,
But
one
I'm
of
gonna
them
check it out
things.
though. I'm gonna check it out.
check it out. Go
I'm-
watch it.
Right now, I'm leaning towards Sinners, but we shall see.
One battle after another.
I
You're
need to
gonna be
look
like,
at-
that's a boring movie.
What
I already
other-
know you gonna say
You never. No, I like the actors in it. Everybody's in it. I'm from a few of them. I don't know.
Yeah.
Some actors in it. Like I
It's
like
a shame that movie only made 21 million. People
But
go
it just
watch
started.
that
Well,
film.
let me ask you this then. Did
Yeah.
you like? Because you see you're a Tarantino fan, right?
Okay.
Did you like The Hateful Eight?
No, that was garbage.
See, you didn't like it, but
I hated that movie.
because it was so heavy dialogue, right?
No, not because of that. It's just
Why?
like, to me, it was kind of a nothing movie. But
see,
I know other Quentin Tarantino fans are probably
I
gonna like it.
liked it. Like
Yeah.
our partner Bless, he couldn't stand it. It's
Yeah,
for him.
yeah.
It's too heavy dialogue.
I love dialogue. Some of my
And I did.
favorite
I said,
films.
that
Some
is
of my
an
favorite
actor
films
film.
are just people talking and walking down a street. So
yeah.
like, I'm not the one to be like, oh yeah, it's heavy dialogue. Oh my god, it's boring.
Some people didn't
No,
like that
I
because
love
they love
dialogue.
heavy.
I just didn't care for the story and the way that it ends and the
The act
the
one and then
BJ
act two.
scene.
Oh yeah,
It's like, bro, what are we
but
doing?
that's Tarantino though. That's
Yeah,
Tarantino.
like
That's
that film
that's
that film
Tarantino.
like left a bad taste in my mouth,
That is Tarantino. But I liked it.
So
You know,
yeah.
that is a actor's film.
Yeah,
If you act and you know, 'cause most actor, man, I don't hardly got no lines. Well, some of them are like that, right?
yeah.
That's definitely an actor's film. And I like he uses a guy a lot. What's his name? Scoggins. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Goggins
I
or
ain't talking
Scoggins. I like he used him a lot.
Yeah.
I like him. I was on set with him on Vice Principals.
Oh, okay.
So I like him as an actor.
Yeah.
Did you
He's
see
a great actor. He's actually having a little moment, but
Did you see? I know we got to wrap it up real quick,
Yeah.
but did you watch? You got any premium channels? You didn't
I
watch
ain't rich like you.
You didn't
man.
watch
See,
White
you're
Lotus?
an elite. You're an elite. I
You
ain't
didn't
on the
it's coming on.
elites.
I think it's coming on Netflix. The White Lotus.
No, I
that
haven't
series?
seen that. Oh, I've seen a little bit of it. I
It's
haven't,
pretty good
like,
series.
watched
He was
it.
on this
Yeah.
last one.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude, he's a good actor. He's a very good actor.
Yeah. I
man.
ain't got no premium. I ain't got no cable.
You got Netflix. It's coming on Netflix.
Once again, I'm Brooks.
Netflix is premium.
All right,
I'm Hendrix.
and we out.
All
Peace.
right.